Hey everybody, this is Dal Stone here doing a Let's 3D Model episode 103. And, alright, and so this episode, what I'm going to try and focus on is I'm going to try and focus on just continuing to block out things. I'm not too sure if you guys know, but I usually kind of warm up at, I usually, try and do some quick little models and stuff like that before I actually start work. That's kind of like my warm-up routine. So I want to try and get some BSPs exported out so that I can, in the mornings when I'm doing my warm-up, have stuff to model as my warm-up. So already what I can do, or what I want to do, is I want to try and figure out some lighting stuff, because if you look here, this is the current lighting, and I mean, it looks cool. It gives you that really cool like mood lighting, right, that's going on, but that's not what we're going for. So I have to figure out how or where are the lights coming from. So I'm gonna use oh, that's not what I want. I'm gonna use the reference again as an inspiration to our project. So give me 1 second here. I'm not seeing this. Let me see. Why do I see it like this? Not what I want. Let's go to details. It's not. I don't want that. I want content. Hold on. That was just really weird. Okay, there we go. Dropbox. And let's go sci-fi. Content reference. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Okay, so it looks like, there is some lighting coming from the outside. There's a light up here, it seems. There's a light underneath these. I don't know what that is, so we got to figure that out. There's a light up here for sure. So so to keep this simple, what we'll do is we'll make them like pot lights. I think that might be the easiest thing to do. So I'm going to do that. So let's make them pot lights. So where's the BSPs? I'm just gonna take, this is one BSP that's been split up. So I'm just gonna take this one and go to my orthographic views, and I'm going to duplicate that BSP and start to play around with, oh sorry, gotta go to edit mode and start to play. Come on, start to play with some lighting stuff, so like some light fixtures, right? And I'm thinking it's gonna be a little pot light. That's what I'm thinking, at least. So little pot lights like that. So let's just make them a square, but really they're gonna be circles. And I'm just gonna click on the BSP. I'm gonna go to pivot center, and then I'm going to pivot set as offset. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place some of these around. So I'm looking at here. It looks like, it doesn't look like it's a pot light. It looks like it's like a strip light. Oh, what did I just do? Whoops. So I'm just gonna select this. It looks like it is like a strip, like a light strip. So so maybe what I'll do is, for now, I'll have it like that. Right, I'll just have it like this for now. Okay, so I'll have that as a light, and then we'll move over here as well. And so that's going to be a light. and there was another light coming from over here. And if I notice, there's like a microwave over here, it looks like. So maybe I might have to switch some things around. Thinking of maybe, so I mean the camera's gonna be like right here, right? So you gotta look at, so you're gonna have the light here, light here. Maybe we'll have a little shelf here with the microwave, and then some lights from underneath the shelf shining down. Maybe we'll do something like that. That might be a good idea. This could be like the prep table. We could make this like the oven section over here, right? Because in here, that's the oven, but I just don't think that makes a lot of sense for the setup that I have. So I'm going to put the oven over on this side. It doesn't really, no, actually, what am I talking about? I wanted the scene to be looking from here, because you want to see the vistas like outside, right? So okay, so we got the lights up here. We will have a microwave. Let's see, a microwave. We'll have the microwave. Sorry guys, I'm trying to think out loud and trying to like design at the same time. So okay, so I'm going to create that shelf that I was talking about. I'm just going to edit vertexes here, and this is really high up, so I'm going to bring this down. Oh, just going to select that, bring this down a bit, bring this down quite a bit actually. Let's bring this down to about like right here, to microwave level. And yeah, we'll bring it. I don't think I want to bring it all the way to the window. Just go like that maybe. But then the microwave is gonna be really hard to because I mean it doesn't. I'm trying to look at it and I'm going, this doesn't really make too much sense, because the microwave is gonna sit here. I'll show you guys what I'm thinking, right? So now we have this guy. He's in this space and he wants to grab his microwave, his food from his microwave, right? I mean, it's kind of an odd spot to have a microwave, right? I'm just gonna show you guys my mindset here. Like, this is where he's gonna be grabbing his food, and his arm's gonna have to reach out. I mean, it's doable. It's not impossible. It just doesn't seem very ideal. If it was on the other side, let's say that it was on the other side. If it's on this side, maybe it's a little bit more doable, because the door will swing out and then he can grab it. I don't know, let's see. It should be the same, but just want to double check. See, this, I don't know, this feels like it would make a little bit more sense, because you'll have your microwave. Hold on, let me just slow down the scrolling. You'll have the microwave here, and then you can just open the door of the microwave from the side. So I think this makes a little bit more sense if I'm going to put a microwave there. So let's just okay, so for now let's put it here, and then we'll see how it goes afterwards, right? I mean, again, this is just a block-in of the assets, so I'm not too nothing is set in stone by any means. And the microwave. Let's see here. The microwave. This is a side view. No, this is the front view. Okay. Well, I think I just crashed Unreal. Oh no. There's. Oh shit. Oh, whew, that scared me. Okay, I gotta be careful with that. I thought I crashed Unreal there. So the microwave is probably gonna be that size. Nope. Taller, probably like that. And I have a feeling it'll be probably about that size, I think. It doesn't feel right being doesn't feel right it hanging like that though. So maybe I just have to make it taller like that. Yeah, I think that feels a little bit nicer. So that's kind of like the shelf here, and I can probably create another shelf for the other side. And actually, no, the other side, maybe I'll put some cupboards. I'll start putting some cupboards down, I think. Start putting some cupboards. Yeah, I'll start putting some cupboards down. And so we got a cupboard. But again, you know, having a cupboard there doesn't make that much sense either, because you're going to swing the door. Well, I guess cupboards, they're a little bit more universal. Most microwaves, the door and stuff swings from the other side. I guess over here, you can have it swing this way. You can have the door swing. This seems a bit high, though. Seems a tad bit high. Let me just... make some adjustments here. I feel like that's a little bit too high for a cabinet. What happens if I bring it down two grids? No, it doesn't really work either. Okay, well for now, let's just leave it as is. And we have our, so we have that. We definitely do need cupboards though. So let's get some cupboards on this side. Now we have to be very careful because the cupboards looks like it might block a bunch of things. Like it's gonna block the microwave. So, yeah, it's gonna block the microwave if I put a cupboard there. So I gotta think of creative ways or creative things to add to the scene, to kind of fill up this area. So I can put like a bunch of like pots and pans or something like that on this side. I'll put it like a sink here. Yeah, so I'll put like a sink on this side. I'll put and then I'll put the oven on this side with like pots and pans. So I don't know. I'm not digging this cupboard, but for now I'll leave it there. And again, this is the beauty of working in BSPs, right? Is you're thinking about all these design things, and you haven't even spent that much time, you know, working on like the modeling yet. You know, figuring out the level layout and all that stuff is so much more important than the actual modeling. You can go and model a bunch of things, but if it doesn't look and feel right, then you just wasted a bunch of time. So it's so crucial. So this is gonna be, I believe, I will make this like a garbage can. I'll make this a garbage can, and make this a garbage can. Yeah, I think that should be a good garbage can. Might be a little bit too big. Let me see. No, that's a pretty good size garbage can. It's a pretty good size. Alright, so let's see. So yeah, so the most important things are like the main structural parts, right? So we got that going on. We got, like, I would love to bring this all the way to the top, and I feel like I should. Like, let's see how that looks like, right? Like, it looks cool and all, but I don't know, it just doesn't. Having the microwave over here looks better, but it just doesn't function. Having the sink over here would be cool too. Sink here, oven there. But again, you can't really see the oven. All you're seeing is the top part of the oven, right? So you gotta be smart about where you're placing all these things. There's so much to choose from. I mean, the better, maybe it's better. Maybe I'm overthinking this microwave. Maybe it's better to have the oven over here and the sink over here. Oven, sink, microwave. Okay, what happens if I do this? Okay, let's just try it, right? Again, the beauty of doing this with BSPs and not actually modeling is so I'm just going to quickly switch this around. Okay, and so now we have that. It's just so weird having something like that. Okay, so now let's say we have like that. It's hanging over, which is not cool. Okay, so what happens if I spin this around? Nope, it just doesn't like getting spun around. Okay, so this is how many? This is 5 spaces. So let's go. This is 4. That's 5 here. So this is the cabinet size. Right. So that's the cabinet size. Cabinet size. So what happens if I take this and bring it all the way out? Right. Because that's what that's going to look like. We have like this little nook here, which is really weird. So I think I'm just going to kill that nook. I'm going to extend this out so that it's the full cabinet there. Now there's one thing that I'm missing. Where's the stove? The stove is going to be because you need the range, right? The range, the thing that's on top that fans out everything. You need that. You need that. So again, this doesn't work unless you put the oven. I mean, what I can do is I can switch I can switch this around. Okay, let's switch this around. Let's see if what if I changed my camera so that it's looking like this? It definitely lowers down the work that I have to do for the background. And I can have the range here. Right, I can have, let's look at this in this view. I can have, so that's my garbage can, my oven, my range also here with my shelf, my cabinets here, my sink here, and so my sink here, my preparation area here, with like knives and stuff like that. Microwave there. Yeah, I think that works. That definitely works. Okay, so let's let's think here. Okay, now my lighting is gone though, so I have to be careful with that because now I have lost my light, which is right over here. So now this light source is going to be gone. I have to think about where I want to put my lights. So I should try and have lights coming from this angle, like shooting into here. So all this, so now these are useless and I don't need these no more. I was gonna try and have the light come from back here, but I don't think that that's necessary. I will keep it for now, but I think I'm gonna have the light shooting in this way to kind of give us some cool shadows. I don't know where the light is at this point actually. Where's the light? Oh, I have my sprites on are off, sorry. Let's go to lit mode and let's play around with the setting a little bit more. Let's go like that. And let's see how that lights everything. Maybe a little more like that. Yeah, that might be a little bit cooler coming in. Let's go to unlit mode and start doing some more planning. So we got that. We need lights down here for sure. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the little pot lights here. So I will do that for these. I'm noticing that I'm not naming any of these things, which is terrible. I should be naming a bunch of this stuff. So I'll go and I'll start doing that very, very soon here. Or I'm gonna pay for it like in the end, right? There's been too many times where I've made that mistake, and you want to try and minimize that as much as possible. So I'm just gonna rename this. I'm gonna name this what's it, cabinet, and I'm just going to pivot all this stuff here. Pivot, center, pivot, there we go. Okay, so I'm just going to duplicate that, and I'm going to move because we need to make a little area for the range and stuff, right? So that's probably enough space there, I think. Move that all the way over, and now we have this little area for the range. We're gonna have a little, whoop. There we go. I'm gonna do the same thing here as well. Oh, sorry. Whoops. Okay. Control V. The back one. And just gonna place these around. Place these around the level. So there we go. So these are just kind of rough pot lights. Obviously they're gonna be a lot more tighter. And so we got one light here. I almost feel like I need to make that T. Let's see what I can do here. So let's see. So what happens if I go like, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what happens if I, oh no, that's not what I want. I want the top down view. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I take, so this is cabinet, I'm just going to duplicate it. I'm gonna move this forward here. And I'm going to, oh jeez, just gonna, come on. Oh no, come on. Okay, I'm not clicking properly. I'm gonna go like this, like that, right? And then I'm going to move this like that. What is going on? Where is this one? What is going on? Cabinet 3. Where is that? Oh, where's cabinet 1? Oh, jeez. Ah, okay, hold on. Let me just redo all that. Okay, so I duplicated this one. Sorry about that, guys. I wasn't sure which one I had duplicated. Looks like I duplicated the wrong one. That's why I was so confused. Okay, so I'm gonna go this way, and I will bring like that, like that. Do so we need this to go down to 5 like that, right? Then we just bring this like that, and there we have it. So now we have like this little kind of side nookie one. I don't know, not really a big fan of it, to be honest. I think this needs to go down one. I'm gonna put another light here. So then we have a few pot lights, and this isn't even attached to it, so I'm just gonna make sure that it's attached properly. There we go. Right, so now we have all that going on for us. So in this view, we have a light up here shining down. We have some pot lights down here, and let's build that range now. I think would be a good idea. So I'm just going to, so I'm gonna create another cabinet actually. This cabinet's just gonna help hook up the range to it. So I'm just gonna go, oh man, I picked the wrong one again. You'd think I'd learn, but obviously I didn't. Let's go here. I believe the ending for this is here. Yep. And then I'm going to bring this up just like that. And then this way we can create that range, that oven range, which will go which I'll go like that. I feel like there's a duplicate, but like it's not, but like it doesn't move all our stuff. This top view, bring this out like that. Yeah, so now we have like this little range going on here, and I think that that should be pretty good, right? And then what we can do is we can have some like a light as well, because usually there is like a little light like from the range. So there we have it. So now we have that. We can have a little light here. Yeah, so now I'm getting into like a little bit more details, but it's like if I can make something look interesting with just cubes, then you know that when you finally put in your assets, you're gonna have something good, right? That's how I look at it. If you can make something interesting with just cubes, you're gonna be able to make something interesting with more than just cubes. So now we have this scene now, and we have it pretty much roughed out. We have our little oven here, and I probably will have to I almost say I want to figure out the dimensions for creating these so that it's like super easy to like modularly just make them, right? Or just make it even more simple, have these all kind of the same kind of materials, and then just throw on cupboards onto them. I can definitely do that. So for the oven, let's plan out the oven so that we don't have to worry about that later. Let's see here. So the oven, I think the oven's gonna be like right there, right? And then we can have this piece. This is the kitchen counter. Oh, so kitchen counter. Kitchen counter. Right, so from here, just going to pivot, center selection, set as offset. Yeah, sorry guys, this video is actually going on for a lot longer than I had anticipated. But it just goes to show, I mean, this pre-production is definitely going to pay off. I can guarantee it. Okay, so that's your kitchen counter number 2. All right, this is the garbage can. Okay, and then I'm gonna, it's gonna be a stove. Oven, stove, doesn't matter. It's whatever you want to call it. So I will go like that, and like that. Alright, so now we have that. It's looking pretty good. And like it looks like there's a big light there. I might just okay, well, I mean, we can always add more if it looks bland. For now, I think this is pretty good. adds just like a nice little block out here. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Sorry that went on a little bit too long, but yeah, essentially blocking out the level, even with BSPs for assets, like big assets, and just planning things out and making sure that things look good. So thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. See you guys next time.